non-homogeneous linear equations. That means non-homogeneous linear partial differential equations. As we are discussing linear partial differential equations in this non-homogeneous linear equations. In the previous classes, we discussed homogeneous linear partial differential equations of a higher order. Now we are discussing non-homogeneous linear partial differential equations of a higher order. In the equation, phi of d dash into z is equal to f of x comma y. Say this is equation number 1. The polynomial, if the polynomial phi of d dash in d comma d dash is not homogeneous, then equation 1 is called a non-homogeneous linear partial differential equation. For example, dou square z by dou x square minus dou square z by dou x dou y plus dou by dou y of z minus z is equal to cos of x plus 2y. Here, if you observe that this is second order partial derivative with respect to x. This is also second order partial derivative with respect to x and y. This is first order partial derivative with respect to y. So here there is no derivative. So here, so second order derivative, first order derivative, no derivative involved here. So there is no homogeneity in the order of partial derivatives. In the previous classes, what we discussed, so in the equations, so there are all the derivatives having equal order. So in each term, so the derivative should have equal order. So either third order or fourth order or second order. So order of each derivative in the given expression is the same. Therefore, that is homogeneous. So, but here, if you can observe that here second order, first order. So, therefore, there is no homogeneity in the order of the partial derivatives involved in this partial differential equation. Therefore, it is called non-homogeneous linear partial differential equation. So, of a higher order. So, therefore, this can also be written in the capital D and D dash. Therefore, this can be, as we already used the notation capital D for a dou by dou x, capital D dash for dou by dou y. Therefore, this is a d square minus d dash plus d dash minus 1 into z is equal to cos of x plus 2y. In the capital D form also, capital D dash form also, it is a polynomial in d dash, but this is not homogeneous here, d square. Here also order is 2, but here order is 1, here no derivative. That's why this is not homogeneous. So another example, number 2, dou square z by dou x square minus dou square z by dou x square plus 3 into dou z by dou x minus 3 into dou z by dou y equal to sum e power x plus 2y. Therefore, here also if you can observe that this is a second order derivative. This is also second order derivative, but this is first order derivative. This is first order derivative. There is no homogeneity in the order of the partial derivatives. That means order of the derivatives are not same in the each term of the given equation. Therefore, it is not homogeneous. Therefore, this is non-homogeneous linear partial differential equation of higher order, as by using the notations capital D for dou by dou x, this can be written as d square, and capital, this is here y square, sorry, dou square z by dou y square. Therefore, this is a d dash square, since d dash is equal to dou by dou y, plus 3 into d minus 3 into d dash into z is equal to e power x plus 2y. These are the examples of partial differential equations of non-homogeneous. Its complete solution is z is equal to complementary function plus particular integral, as in the homogeneous linear partial differential equations of higher order. So here in the non-homogeneous linear partial differential equation of higher order also, complete solution must have two parts. So one is complementary function and other one is a particular integral. So its complete solution is a complementary function plus a particular integral. Now, the methods to find the particular integral, are the same as those for homogeneous linear equations. Here, the rules to find the particular integral are exactly the same as we discussed in the homogeneous linear partial differential equations of higher order. Here also we can follow the same methods, same rules to find the particular integral. But the method to find the complementary function is somewhat different here. Now we can see how to find the complementary function for the non-homogeneous linear equations. To find the complementary function of equation 1, we resolve phi of d dash into linear factors of the form d minus m d dash minus c. To find the complementary function of equation 1, that means a non-homogeneous linear partial differential equation, we resolve the phi of d dash, polynomial in d dash, into linear factors of the form. Linear factors means we know that degree must be 1 of each term in the given expression. So d power 1, d dash power 1. Therefore, d minus m d dash minus c. This is the linear factors of the form. So we have to resolve phi of d dash into linear factors of the form d minus m into d dash minus c. Hence, the complementary function of equation 1, that is the complete solution of d minus m1 d dash minus c1 into d minus m2 d dash minus c2 and so on. D minus m suffix n into d dash minus c suffix n into z is equal to 0 is z is equal to e to the power of c1x into f1 of y plus m1x plus e to the power of c2x into f suffix 2 of y plus m2x plus and so on plus e to the power of c suffix nx into f suffix n of y plus f suffix nx. So after writing the linear factors of the given equation 1 in the left hand side, d minus m1 d dash minus c1, d minus m2 d dash minus c2 and so on, d minus mn d dash minus cn into z is equal to 0. Therefore, complementary function can be written as e to the power of c1x into f1 of y plus m1x plus e to the power of c2x into f suffix 2 of y plus m2x plus and so on plus e to the power of c suffix nx into f suffix n of y plus m suffix nx. So this is the formula to write the complementary function. There is a proof how to obtain this complementary function, but here to solve the problems of non-homogeneous linear partial differential equation of higher order, so it is enough to remember the formula to write the complementary function. No need to write proof for this complementary function. You remember just the formula how to write the complementary function. Just you resolve the left hand side of a given linear partial differential equation of non-homogeneous equation. So and then write the complementary function by using this formula. Now also in the case of repeated factors, how to write the complementary function. Now write also In the case of repeated factors, how to write the complementary function? For example, d minus m d dash minus c whole cube into z is equal to 0. We have z is equal to e to the power of cx into f suffix 1 of y plus mx plus x into e to the power of cx f suffix 2 of y plus mx plus x square into e to the power of cx into f suffix 3 of y plus mx. This is the rule to find the complementary function in the case of repeated factors in the left hand side of equation 1, that is a non-homogeneous linear partial differential equation of a higher order. Now we can discuss the problems in detail. Problem number 1, solve d square plus 2d d dash plus d dash square minus 2d minus 2d dash into z is equal to sine of x plus 2y. First write down the given equation. Clearly the given equation in d dash, it is a polynomial but it is not a homogeneous. So because the degrees are not same, that means here degrees, but capital D means partial derivative with respect to x, partial order derivatives. Therefore orders are not the same in each term of the given equation, so it is not homogeneous. First write down the given equation. Given that d square plus 2 into d dash plus d dash square minus 2d minus 2d dash into z is equal to sine of x plus 2y. So if you consider this as a polynomial in capital D and d dash, then also you can clearly observe that degree is 2, total degree is 2 here, degree is 2 here, degree is 1, degree is 1. Therefore it is not a homogeneous. Degrees are not same in the given expression in each term. Therefore it is not a homogeneous. Therefore first we have to write the left hand side of this equation into linear factors. So this is equation number 1. So to resolve into linear factors of left hand side of this equation, so this can be written as d square plus 2d d dash can be written as d dash d dash plus d dash square minus 2d minus 2d dash into z is equal to sine of x plus 2y. Therefore again this can be written as d square plus d dash minus 2d. We are taking the combinations as plus here 1 d dash and a d dash square plus d dash minus 2 d dash into z is equal to sine of x plus 2y. So we have grouped the given expression into two parts. So first group is a d square plus a d dash minus 2d. Second group is a d dash square d dash minus 2d dash. Now here clearly d is a common factor here, d dash is a common factor here. So to get d is a common factor here and d dash is a common factor here, I grouped like this. Therefore take out d as a common factor in the first group. Therefore this can be written as d plus d dash minus 2 plus, here also d dash is a common factor, here d dash is the remaining factor, here d is the remaining factor, minus 2 is the remaining factor as d dash is a common factor, into z is equal to sine of x plus 2y. Therefore here if you can clearly observe that d plus d dash both are same, minus 2. Therefore this is a common factor. Therefore d plus d dash minus 2 into d plus d dash into z is equal to sine of x plus 2y. So this is the common factor. Therefore the remaining factor is here d, here d dash. Therefore here d plus d dash minus 2 d plus d dash into z is equal to sine of x plus 2y. Therefore this can be written as d plus d dash minus 2 into d plus d dash minus 0 into z is equal to sine of x plus 2y. Therefore this is of the form d minus m1 d dash minus c1 d minus m2 d dash minus c2 into z is equal to f of x comma y. Here m1 is equal to plus can be written as minus of minus. Therefore m1 is equal to minus 1. m2 is equal to, here this can also be written as minus of minus, and c1 is equal to c2 is equal to, here m1 is equal to here minus 1, m2 is equal to here minus 1, c1 is equal to 2, c2 is equal to 0. Therefore we have clearly given the rule to write the complementary function in the case of linear factors of this form. CF is equal to formula e to the power of c1x into f1 of y plus m1x plus e to the power of c2x into f2 of y plus m2x. This is the formula for complementary function. Now substitute the values of m1, m2 and c1, c2. Therefore this is equal to e to the power of c1 2x into f1 of y plus m1, this is a minus 1x, plus e to the power of c2 0x into f suffix 2 of y plus m2 value minus 1. So therefore this is minus x. This is the complementary function for equation number 1. Now to find the particular integral, pi is equal to 1 by phi of d dash into f of x comma y. Here phi of d dash into z is equal to f of x comma y. This is phi of d d dash. This is f of x comma y. Therefore, 1 by d square plus 2 times d d dash plus d dash square minus 2d minus 2d dash into sine of x plus 2y. Therefore, this is rule number 2 in the homogeneous linear partial differential equation of higher order. Here also we can follow the same procedure. Here the substitutions are put d square is equal to minus m square, that is equal to minus 1 square, and d dash square is equal to minus n square, that is equal to minus 2 square, and d d dash is equal to minus m into n, that is equal to minus 1 into 2, therefore 2, therefore minus 2. Now substituting these values, d square minus 1 plus 2 into d d dash minus 2 plus d dash square minus 2 square minus 4 minus 2 into d minus 2 into d dash. There is no chance to substitute here. So our substitutions are only for these terms here. So that's why we are not substituting. We are writing minus 2d and minus 2d as it is. Therefore sine x plus 2y. Therefore simplify. This is equal to 1 by minus 1 minus 4 minus 4, that is minus 9. Throughout minus is a common factor. Minus, here also 2 is a common factor. 2 into d plus d dash and plus 9 into sine of x plus 2y. Here we have taken minus as a common factor, and here 2 is a common factor. 2 into d plus d dash. This is minus 9. Therefore, this becomes a plus 9. Therefore, now to get d square and d dash square and d square and d dash square, we can multiply both numerator and denominator by 2 into d plus d dash minus 9 by 2 into d plus d dash plus 9 into 2 into d plus d dash minus 9 into sine of x plus 2y. Therefore, this can be written as minus 2 into d plus d dash minus 9 by a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square, a square 2 into d plus d dash whole square. So that is 4 into d plus d dash whole square minus 9 square into sine of x plus 2y. Here we used the formula a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Therefore, now here the denominator again can be written as minus 2 into d plus d dash minus 9 denominator 4 into a plus b whole square, d square plus 2ab 2dd dash plus b square d dash square minus 81 into sine of x plus 2y. Therefore, this is equal to minus 2 into d plus d dash minus 9 by 4 into, as explained earlier, put d square is equal to minus m square, that is minus 1 square, that is minus 1, plus 2 into d dash, as explained earlier, this is a minus 2, plus d dash square, that is minus 2 square, minus 4, minus 81 into sine of x plus 2y. Therefore, this is equal to minus 2 into derivative of sine, partial derivative of sine x plus 2y with respect to x. Sine derivative is cos x plus 2y. Derivative of x is 1. Next, plus 2 into partial derivative of sine with respect to y, that is cos x plus 2y into again derivative of x plus 2y, partial derivative, that is 2, minus 9 into sine of x plus 2y by 4 into, this is minus 9 minus 81. Therefore, this can be written as minus 2 cos x plus 2y, 2 into 2, 4, 6 cos x plus 2y, and minus 9 sine x plus 2y. Here 6 minus 9, 3 is a common factor. 3 is a common factor. Therefore, 6 cos x plus y becomes 2 cos x plus 2y, since 3 is a common factor. So, again, here minus 9, 3 is a common factor, 3 into sine of x plus 2y by minus 36 minus 81 minus 117, minus minus gets cancelled, 3 ones 3, 3s 9, 3 3s 9, so 27, so 3 9s. Therefore, this can be written as 2 times cos of x plus 2y minus 3 times sine of x plus 2y by 39. This is the particular integral of equation 1. Therefore, complete solution is complementary function plus particular integral. Therefore, complete solution of equation 1 is z is equal to complementary function plus particular integral. Therefore z is equal to complementary function e to the power of 2x into f1 of y minus x plus e power 0 1 f2 of y minus x. Therefore e to the power of 2x into f1 of y minus x plus f suffix 2 of y minus x plus particular integral pi is 2 cos x plus 2y minus 3 times sin x plus 2y by 39. Therefore that is equal to 1 by 39 into 2 times cos x plus 2y minus 3 times sin x plus 2y. This is the required complete solution of the given equation number 1.